On Friday, U.S. President Donald Trump called on Israel to immediately stop its airstrikes on Gaza, after Hamas announced that it had accepted certain parts of his proposal to end the nearly two-year conflict and release all remaining hostages captured during the October 7, 2023 attacks. Hamas said it was ready to free the hostages and transfer power to other Palestinian leaders, though it emphasized that some sections of the plan still needed further discussion among Palestinian factions. Senior Hamas officials indicated that key points of disagreement remain and would require more negotiation. Israel did not issue an immediate response, as most government operations were paused for the Jewish Sabbath. Hamas's statement, however, fell short of meeting Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu's conditions that the group fully surrender and give up its weapons. Trump welcomed Hamas's announcement, saying, "I believe they are ready for a lasting peace." He posted on social media urging Israel to halt airstrikes, writing that the situation was too dangerous to proceed with hostage extractions. Israel must immediately stop the bombing of Gaza so that we can get the hostages out safely and quickly, Trump wrote, adding that talks on logistical details were already underway.
I want to thank the countries that helped me put this together: Qatar, Turkey, Saudi Arabia, Egypt, Jordan, and so many others. So many people fought so hard. This is a big day. We'll see how it all turns out. We have to get the final word down in concrete. Very importantly, I look forward to having the hostages come home to their parents and having some of the hostages, unfortunately, you know the condition they're in, come home likewise to their parents, because their parents wanted them just as much as though that young man or young woman were alive. So I just want to let you know that this is a very special day, maybe unprecedented in many ways. It is unprecedented, but thank you all, and thank you all to those great countries that helped. We were given a tremendous amount of help. Everybody was unified in wanting this war to end and seeing peace in the Middle East, and we're very close to achieving that. Thank you all, and everybody will be treated fairly.
Hamas maintained that any decisions regarding Gaza's future and Palestinian rights must be made collectively by all Palestinian groups and be consistent with international law. The group's statement made no reference to disarmament, which remains one of Israel's core demands included in Trump's proposal. Earlier, Trump had set a Sunday evening deadline for Hamas to accept the plan, warning of an even greater military response if the group refused. If this last chance agreement is not reached, all hell, like no one has ever seen before, will break out against Hamas, he wrote, vowing that there would be peace in the Middle East, one way or another. The proposal, announced earlier with Netanyahu, called for Hamas to immediately release the remaining 48 hostages, about 20 of whom are believed to be alive, and to relinquish control of Gaza while disarming. In exchange, Israel would halt its military campaign, withdraw from much of Gaza, release hundreds of Palestinian prisoners, and open the way for humanitarian aid and reconstruction. Plans to relocate Gaza's population to other countries would be dropped. Under the plan, Gaza, home to about 2 million Palestinians, would fall under international administration, overseen by Trump and former British Prime Minister Tony Blair. Senior Hamas official Moussa Abu Marzouk said that the proposal could not move forward without further negotiations. Hamas's statement confirmed its willingness to return all hostages under the plan's outlined exchange, hundreds of Palestinian prisoners for the captives, and reiterated its openness to transfer governing authority to an independent Palestinian leadership. However, Abu Marzouk noted that Hamas might need more time to comply with the 72-hour deadline to release all captives, saying it could take days or even weeks to locate the remains of some hostages. He added that Hamas was prepared to turn over its weapons to a new Palestinian Authority once it governs Gaza, though that detail was not mentioned in the group's official statement. Later on Friday, Hamas reiterated that it was ready to hand over all captives and share power with other Palestinians, but said parts of the proposal still required deeper talks. Trump's demand for Israel to immediately stop bombing Gaza and his statement that Hamas was ready for lasting peace reportedly stunned Netanyahu. Shortly afterward, Netanyahu's office said the Israeli military was preparing for the immediate implementation of the first stage of the Trump plan for the release of all the hostages. The statement added that Israel would continue to coordinate with the United States to end the war in accordance with Israel's principles, suggesting it would not accept significant changes to the original proposal. Disarmament remains one of the main sticking points. Hamas has not agreed to surrender its weapons, while Israel insists that disarmament is non-negotiable. Speaking Saturday, Netanyahu said he hoped all remaining hostages would be returned home soon, possibly during the upcoming Jewish holiday of Sukkot, which begins Monday. "I hope that in the coming days, we will be able to bring back all our hostages," he said in a televised address, crediting military and diplomatic pressure for Hamas's decision to agree to releases. He reaffirmed Israel's intention to disarm Hamas, either diplomatically through Trump's plan or militarily by our own means. Netanyahu added, "It will be achieved either the easy way or the hard way, but it will be achieved." That's all for now from Global Pulse Unplugged. Stay sharp, stay informed, and we'll see you next time.